Well, as I recall, I've been writing the stories and they were beginning to come through Blackberry Blue. And Kirsten was looking around for the right illustrator, and she suddenly said, I think we've got the right person here. Richard Collingwood is wonderful. And she sent me some of his roughs. And I think she asked Richard to do a kind of rough that could conceivably be for one of the stories, and it was just so perfect. It had exactly the right element of romantic. It was beautiful, slightly threatening, definitely sort of fairy tale elements in it, and yeah, that we just said yes. Yes, please.
Yeah, from my memory, I'd met Kirsten before through another publisher, and she kind of approached me with this idea of Blackberry Blue and gave me, I think, a synopsis of the first story, and I hadn't done a black and white illustrated book for a long time, so I thought this would be a cool opportunity. If I can, I'll just see what I can do. So I did a couple of test pieces for it, and they really liked it. So we went on from there. I went through the whole script, and I think I came up with about 100 roughs. Like I probably could illustrate every line of every book if someone gave me enough time. And then we had to kind of shrink it down and get the elements that were important to Jamila as the author, to Kirsten as the editor, and to Dominica as the designer as well. And then we ended up with about, I don't know, 5-6 illustrations per story, and plus maybe a big illustration as well to go in. And I think they turned out really well. I think it's the first time today I've seen kind of half the book put into place, as obviously I've only seen it before as full-on illustrations, and then they look really nice. So I'm really happy with what I've seen so far.
And I think what Richard did, which was so important to me, was make it so very much a fairy tale book with all the beauty and the adventure that you get in fairy tales, but at the same time meeting my objective, which was to have this mirror image of this kind of multicultural European background that we all live in now. So the stories are definitely European style fairy tales from the European tradition, but the illustrations, I think, just give it that extra dimension that we are now a very different looking European.